Greetings and welcome to the 1-6 Scale Man. Probably presents another episode of You Know What It Is, The Corner. Now, this is a special episode. Now, I was going to initially do this as a video at first, but I thought it would be fun if we actually did this more so as a live show because it kind of gives us the ability to bounce back and forth. I implore you, everybody out there, because you might actually have a top 10 list of 2024 of your own. But I was like, you know what, let me do this as a live show, right? But then I was like, I didn't want to do it by myself. So I definitely did, invite one of my boys to come through. And we're going to kind of do this back and forth a bit because I think it's going to be fun. But in case you didn't know, this is the top 10 figure releases of 2024. Again, top 10. Now, here's the thing. It's my top 10, okay? And it's also my guest's top 10. I want to know what your top 10 is going to be as well. Now, each list and everybody's list is going to be extremely unique. It's going to be unique to you because, again, there were certain criteria that I had to follow. What was unique to me? What figures that I had in my collection? What was unique for the time period? Why I got it? Was it connected to, and not just for the cinematic experience, but I got it because it was also connected to just nostalgia. And for that point, there might be certain figures that aren't on this list that people will be surprised about. But, again, your list and your figures are unique to you. Ours are unique to us. So with that said, we're going to start the show here. But before we do, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you are always up to date with what goes on over here. And my guest with me right here today is none other than Chewy's Bandolier. Bro, what's going on with you? How you doing, man?
Good morning, everybody. This is going to be fun. I think I'm looking forward to hear some of the surprises on your list.
Yeah,
you're gonna be surprised by some of mine.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be some surprises on this list. Some that a lot of people probably. Again, well, sometimes some people won't be surprised at, but some people will be like, wait a minute, what? So I just, we got to put that out there, man. So definitely it is. And I think it's going to be fun for the most part. It's definitely going to be fun to kind of bounce back and forth, to kind of play around with these things and to see like where we lie and where we are. So I can't wait to kind of get into this. Now, before we actually jump in, I do want to actually, always pay homage to the places where we get at least where I get my figures from. Hopefully you'll actually get your figures from these places as well. Starting off with my man, always, Ray over there at Underground Figures. Now, again, if you were looking for the latest and greatest, he actually has over there newly releases, things that have been announced. Sign up for that newsletter so you're always up to date. Now, also, again, right now, starting on the 26th up until the 31st of December, free shipping on in-stock pieces. So if you have these figures or any figures that you see here that are in stock, you can actually purchase them and he'll get it out to you for free. There's no shipping charges, for free. It's free shipping up until the 31st. Now, again, you have to be in the continental United States, of course, in surrounding places that are, listed in the United States to get these pieces. But again, free shipping up until the 31st. Ray is good with that. Definitely a pillar in the community, an incredible individual. So definitely head on over there to Underground Figures. You tell him I sent you, and he'll take care of you as he always does. Two Tails, you know what it is. It's Tails of Two Rays. We got my man Ray over there at Hawkwood's Toys. You get a decent and incredible care package. Not only do you get the figure choice, you get stickers, comic books, nice little package that he puts together for you. And again, Ray has those grail pieces. Anything that you're looking for that you cannot find, I guarantee you that Ray can find it for you. So definitely hit him up. He'll take care of you. He got your back, as always. Again, we just came off of Fall Fallout, which he rewarded a lucky winner with the figure. So definitely, again, thank you, Ray, for always participating in that space. And you do such an incredible job with it. Also, got to give a super duper shout out to my man, watch your sixth over there at Comic Relief Comic Collectibles. If you are looking for an incredible display, he'll definitely make sure that you, or not a display, an array of figures. He'll definitely make sure that you actually have it from 1/10 scale, 1/12 scale, quarter scale, anything that you're actually looking for. Also comics, brick and mortars, you want to definitely make sure you head on over there and he'll take care of you. Now, remember, when you order your figures, make sure you pick them up. Don't just order them and let them sit. Pick them up. Always support, as you always should. So definitely want to give him a shout out. And last, but definitely not least, got to give a shout out to my man Brian Wong over there at Module Case, Module Space. If you were looking for an incredible display, however you want to display your figures, head on over there. He has a special running up until the 31st where you can get a percentage off depending on what you choose. Again, an incredible individual. Make sure that you have the figures of choice, anything that you're looking for. My man Brian Wong got it for you. So definitely want to give him an incredible shout out for always supplying us what we need to proceed. So definitely wanted to put that out there as well. So thanks to all those guys for always being incredible individuals and supporting the channel each and every week. So yeah, bro, let me say what's up to who we got in the chat. We got my man Mike in the building. Oh my God, Lord Quills, how are you? How was Christmas? Any figures under the tree? Mike Field is in here. Thank you for being here. We got Laura in the building. Thank you for being here. We got my man Rusty Bronco is in the building. Thank you for being here, brother. Windman 42. Who else we got in here? We got Docinator, the Booty King, in the building. Rob laughing in the shining gear. Definitely, bro. Thank you for that. We got my man Incel King is in the building. Thank you for being here. Ren's Talent Tino is in here with us, brother, as always. Who else we got? My man Ear2 is in the building. Thank you for being here. Mary Sullivan is in the building. We got my man Mark Lee. AJ Agrusa is in the building. Thank you for being here as well. So we got quite a few people actually stomping through here. So yeah, man, I thought it'd be fun for us to basically do this. Now, again, our list is basically curated based on what we actually have in our collection. Now, before we kind of jump into that, I want to get your thoughts because we didn't get a chance to talk about this, but I definitely want to get your thoughts on some of these pieces here. So before we kind of dive in on today's festivities, let's talk about this. I want to talk about this Sabine because I want to know basically where you sit with this, and is this going to be a piece that you're going to have in your collection, bro? And what do you think about the overall final product, the production photos that we actually have here? What do you think about this piece, bro?
I pre-ordered it when it came out, when they first announced it. Mm-hmm. It's part of that Ahsoka line that is that good. Yep. I mean, we all know how great this line has been.
Yep.
I think they've I mean, I could be wrong, but it looks to me like the sculpt has changed a little bit from the prototype. Mm-hmm. It actually looks more like her now.
That's what everybody's saying. Yeah, it
looked like her before, but it looks even more like her now.
What is it? Natasha Debo?
Natasha Liu Bordizzo.
Bordizzo, yes,
yeah. I think it's a beautiful figure.
Yeah, it is.
I was getting this pretty much from day one. My thinking was, and it's funny, it's not even so much because of the Ahsoka show, which I actually really liked, but because I wanted to try and build the Rebels crew,
the Rebels line. Yeah.
So I need Sabine, I need Hera, I need Chopper. I'm hopeful that after, I think in the Mandalorian movie that Zeb is going to appear in there. I think that's what I heard. I don't know. I could be wrong. Someone in the chat correct me if I'm wrong. But
yeah, he is. He is. He was in the actual trailer. He was in some of the trailer leaks. Put it that way.
That's right. Yeah. So I'm thinking, I'll try and get as much of the Ghost crew as I can. I don't know if we'll get. I imagine we'll get Ezra in the next season. We'll get him as a figure, but we won't get like Ezra from Rebels age. Like, we're not going to get young Ezra, I don't think.
Nah.
But I mean, we might. Who knows? They might do a flashback. But I'm definitely getting this. Just even the Loth Cat. I love the Loth Cat.
Yeah.
But like I'm all in on this one. This one's definitely coming home. She's been paid off now for a while. I think, did she get pushed back at any point? Because I recall
I got a notification that she's been delayed. Her and Supergirl has been delayed. And normally when we get those delay notices, that means that the figure is going, or we're about to get the production photos. So I knew once I got that delay notification that
the
this was
pictures
gonna
were
happen.
coming.
Yep,
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew it
But no, and I'm, you know what? I'm content to wait.
so much.
I've got like six figures that are paid off now that I'm waiting on that have been delayed. So I'm just kind of waiting, but I can be patient. I'm fine to wait. I'll get them when I get them.
Speaking of ones that are completely paid off for me, here's the thing, and I know a lot of people have their feelings about this, but bro, to me, it's a vast improvement, and I think they did a bang up job on that head sculpt. I think they killed it. This was definitely one of my most anticipated since the Flash film. I love the aesthetics on this figure. I'm glad that they got the head sculpt right. I know a lot of people aren't really interested in it like I am, but to have this in my DC collection, to have this next to Superman, and again, I have the in-art Superman actually coming here as well. I'm excited about this, bro. I'm over the moon about this piece, man. I definitely cannot wait to get it. What are your thoughts on this piece, man?
I think she's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the actress too. They're all
Sasha's incredible, man.
They went from they had some really good source material to work from for sure. But yeah, I mean, you know, people's opinions vary about the movie. I didn't hate the movie. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. Some people really, really hated it, and I think that maybe came more from their opinions about Ezra Miller, which that's valid. I get that. Mm-hmm. But for me, just from as a film, I liked some of the characterizations of some of these characters. Like I thought she was great. I have no issues with her as Supergirl whatsoever. I mean, I don't mind the girl that they're bringing in for James Gunn either. I actually like that actress. I think she's really good too. So I'm not on a team in terms of picking whether or not I dislike her as a fig to have a figure of her enough or anything like that. I won't get her just simply because I didn't. The only thing I got from the Flash movie was the modern suit Batman. Yeah, and then beyond that, I'm kind of staying away from it just because there's so much stuff. There's just you have to prioritize, and in this case, as much as I think this is a great figure, and I do really think they did a great job on it, I just don't have a spot for it in my collection. So, but I think it's great. Like I do think it's great.
Rent's already paid off. That's Second Brothers motto, man. Already paid off. Yeah, bro. As you know, definitely, man. He's a funny guy, man.
And I actually didn't think the sculpt was that bad before. I mean, I get it. This looks a lot better now, but I didn't think it was awful. It still kind of looked like her.
A hell of a lot better. It definitely does. It would have been dope though too if they would have gave us like a rooted war option as well. But I can understand why they did it this way, and it still looks good, and I still can't wait to actually have it in the collection.
It's gonna pop on the shelf. That's for sure.
My god, yes, bro. It'll pop. It's definitely gonna pop next to that BVS Superman once I get it in.
Oh yeah,
because pretty much that's what I want to do. With that, I want to create a whole Children of Krypton type of display. Cool. You know what I mean? So I have her. I'll have Kal-El. I even have like Superboy or Crypto. I have the So Toys version, in the collection as well. So different variations that pretty much I have, and I'm thinking about getting that. I think is it Premier Toys, or it might even be the Supergirl from the show, just to have different variations of it. The car. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it actually goes. But so far, like I said, I think this display is definitely incredible, and one that I'm so excited to actually have here. I have no DC, but I want that in-art Superman and this Supergirl on the shelf together like bad. Yeah, bro. That's I think, and here's the thing, because Renz has a tendency to do this to me all the time, bro. I just gotta here's the thing. Renz is a behind the scenes He's an influencer, but like definitely he does some shit behind the scenes that have you like, oh my god, why did I look at how this looks, bro? Look at that.
Oh wow,
Look at how that looks. Ren sent me this.
that looks great.
I was like, Renz, you bastard, bro. I already knew that I was excited about this, but look at this, bro.
That looks
Look at this. I was like, fucking Renz, man. Leave me alone. Please, can you just leave me alone? Just for a little bit, bro.
He did that to you on purpose.
Yeah, like it was purposely done. And then
Yeah.
he's like, he did the whole thing.
That looks amazing though. That's
It
a really
does. Bro, it does. It does. He said Renz in the shadow influencer is that, yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He is. He said, nope. Oh, Renz Valentino, you've been enabling. Yeah, he does that shit, but y'all, people out there y'all think that Renz is just like this innocent motherfucker that just comes through and he's just an artist and he cracks jokes every now and then. Hell no. Behind the scenes, he sends you shit. He's like, hey, Lael, check this out. Lael, check this out. And then he phases off in the bushes like Homer Simpson. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. So definitely this looks good. I am super duper.
I love the color on it. The colors are so great.
Yeah,
They're really, really good colors.
the colors just really pop, bro.
Yeah.
It pops like no other, and I'm just excited. I'm definitely excited about this, man. But Chewy, bro, I know. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me, bro. You don't have to tell me. I know, bro. I know. You don't have to tell me, bro. I know already.
Yeah.
Bro, this right here, if I had it in my collection right now, would be the figure of the year. If I had this in my collection right now, this would be the figure of the year.
It's certainly up there on the list for head sculpt of the year.
Bro, this would be figure of the year, and that's solely because, bro, look, there's one photo here. Look at this. This looks like a fucking movie still.
It looks like a still from the movie, yeah.
If this was the Flash still, if this was on, bro, I want so bad for them just to do us, bro, even if they basically give us, if they call it Batman one last time. That would, oh my god, bro, a movie just called Batman one last time. Not Batman Returns, but Batman one last time. That's a dope title. That is a dope title. And with this suit, because remember, we were supposed to see him in the Batgirl movie too. Yeah, the Batgirl movie that got scrapped. So, bro, that would have been phenomenal. That would have been incredible. It would.
I still hold out hope, and it's probably I'm dreaming, but I hold out hope that somebody at Warner Brothers within James Gunn's orbit will bring to him the idea of Batman Beyond, and have him as old Bruce Wayne, and bring in Terry McGinnis and do it right. I would love that.
Yeah, me too, bro.
I would love that, and he's the right age for it now. I mean, well, in the cartoon, I think he's meant to be much older, but he's still old. Like, it still works.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I that's my fan casting of trying to make a movie,
bro, because he can still do it. That's the thing. He proved that. He's still spry. He still can basically do it. He can still wear the suit one last damn time. Like,
I'm
literally,
gonna pose him with that smirk. I'm gonna have that one. That's the plate that I'm gonna use when he's got the mask on.
Bro,
I just love that smirk.
Michael Keaton will forever be my Batman.
Yeah,
forever. He will forever be my Batman. And the only person that I say comes next after him, and I know a lot of people will not agree, is Ben Affleck.
Yeah, I was gonna agree. I was gonna say
That's the only person after him
Affleck
because
for me has been the most comic accurate.
The most comic
version.
accurate Bruce Wayne and comic accurate Batman.
I liked
it.
him the most just because, well, not the most,
Yeah.
sorry. Keaton is still my Batman, but just because that's, you know, the first time I saw a Batman movie, it was him. So that's who my Batman is. But Affleck, just the way that they filmed it, the way his Batman fights, the way he's paranoid a little bit, that's Batman.
Yeah, bro.
Like, this is a guy who devised contingency plans for every member of the Justice League.
Ooh,
you know,
Incel King.
And yeah,
oh, you're right.
Kingdom Come Batman, he could work for that too.
Incel King. I don't know why the fuck I didn't think about that just now, bro.
I know.
Yeah.
That and Kingdom of Babel, and that are my two favorite Batman stories of all time.
Yeah.
I love those.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Dion Joseph Bandola says, someone help me out. Is Maybank Collectibles reliable? Because this figure is on pre-order there. I want it so bad. I'm not really familiar with them. I'm not. I've never really collected from them, bro, to be quite honest. So I'm not. You could probably put it in one of the. Well, no. But here's the thing. This is what I'll say. Dion, it's safer if you put this, and anybody who's a part of the group will attest to this, and you have my permission to do it. If you are part of the Figure Flex Friday Facebook group, you can ask this question there, and one of the gracious individuals in there will answer it. But it's the safest place. If you aren't already a member of the Figure Flex Friday Facebook group, head on over there and make sure you become a member, because we make it safe for you to ask questions like this and then just enjoy the company. So that's basically what it is. There is only one warning, Dion, just to let you know. Renz Talentino is a troublemaker. You know, so I just have to let you know he's a troublemaker. So I'm just putting it out there. Laura Quills cheats. She cheats a lot. Docinator is a booty influencer. So, you know, I just got to put that out there. But besides that, you'll get the questions answered, everything that you need at that point. So I just want to kind of put that out there. So just to let you know, he said everyone cheats. I probably am Audi, but I just can't get into Batfleck. I will give him his stunt guy major credit for the warehouse scene though. But that's how I like. And I get it, Mike. That's completely fine, man. But again, the reason why Christian Bale isn't on my list is for one reason only.
I bet I know.
All right. The voice. I hated the voice, bro. I hate it. That's what took me completely out. If they would have gave him a voice modulator, that would have been fine. But the voice and making him do that the entire time, it was just too much for me, man. It was way too much for me. And the third movie, what I didn't like about it is that, again, bro, he's a billionaire still. You know what I mean? And you're taking away that aspect of the character that we really didn't get a chance to dive completely into. The Billionaire Boys Club type of person, or that personality, I would have liked to have seen that bit more, but it just wasn't. I liked it. Don't get me wrong. I liked the Nolan trilogy, but I can't place him in that space. Don't get me started about George Clooney that's just never gonna happen. But yeah, this is, whew, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I just had to bring this up because this piece is legendary in my space, bro. I think it's incredible. I cannot wait to get it. I can't wait to have it in my collection. And I will be extremely excited and overjoyed about it. Because I think this piece, there's only a few Batman pieces that I have coming next. And then I'll be content. I'll be okay with it. But this piece right here, I am super excited. I think it's one of my most anticipated Batman figures in general. I cannot wait to get it. You know what I mean? So anyway, I don't know. Everybody out there, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I know y'all ride with a different space. He said, Leo, when he grumbles is way through dialogue. It's just not intimidating. You're absolutely right. Yeah, man. Bro. If they would have gave him that module, I would have been like, all right, I'm on point with this. I'm good. Yeah. But once he started doing that, I was like, swear to me. I was like, no, I'm out. Just got my delayed email on this. Yeah, I'm cool with it. Delay my shit. Just give me time to catch up. Delay it. Let me just kind of stack.
I didn't get that email yet. I wonder if I'll get one too,
bro.
I mean, I'll wait. I'm fine to wait. I don't care. I still love it. I still want it.
I'm good. I'm waiting.
I'll have 3 Keatons after. I'll have 89. Batman Returns read 2.0, and then this one.
Yeah,
and that's good. Yeah. And then I'm good for Keaton Batman. I've got all the good Keatons. That's it.
Hell yeah. You were excommunicated by a gang of. Hell yeah, bro. You already know. I had Tim sent this because I didn't pre-order it. There you go. Oh yeah. Also, yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. Thank you for mentioning that, Dion. Because Mark Lee, Dion Joseph. Mark Lee is a habitual cheater. On top of that, he has earned so many awards, but he cheats a lot and he does a lot of underhanded shit over there in the figure flex. Nah, I'm just fucking. Bat cycle delayed too. Oh, okay. Now that's a controversial figure, bro.
Yeah,
that is. That one is controversial with a lot of people. For me, it's not. But I know for a lot of people, it definitely is, bro, because a lot of people definitely did not like this movie, or they didn't like the movie and they didn't like the suit. Now, this isn't perfect by far.
No.
I'm just letting y'all know it is not perfect. That face sculpt of the actual face plates are atrocious.
Yeah.
They are atrocious. None of them look like men.
I wonder if the sculptor was basing it off of the stunt guy.
That's what it seems like, because none of these look like Ben Affleck. None of them.
I don't mind the suit. I get the purpose of the suit. I understand why it's plated like that. It's because it's a bike suit. Essentially, it's like he's wearing a bike suit.
Exactly.
And I like the color of it. I like the blue and the gray.
The blue and the gray, yes.
But it's not great from a sculpt perspective.
From a sculpting standpoint, I was in the minority because I love the suit. I love the suit because, like you said, it is a bike suit.
Yeah.
You know, he's on a bike, so it did beg for him to basically have a suit like this.
And that's not a normal motorcycle, so he's got to have extra armor in case of anything going wrong, because he's got no protection there.
None.
So
none. And I think what the great aspect about the film was that they utilized that.
Yeah,
they utilized that when he jumped off the bike itself.
Yeah,
and he was skirting through the city. Because if it would have just been him by himself without this suit,
oh, he'd be shredded.
He'd be shredded to death.
Yeah,
meat everywhere. He would have been no Diddy. Because Renz, I gotta say that because Renz and Dockinator are in here. No Diddy. I'm talking about skin, flesh would have been everywhere. I had to catch that. You notice I caught that real quick.
I did. You did. You caught it.
I caught it
right
before
away.
Renz started typing. Because I know Renz was typing some shit just now.
I could hear the click.
Yep, I can hear the clicks, and I can hear him. Yep, no Diddy. Yep. Yep. Y'all thought y'all was slick. Yeah. He got extra.
Yeah.
This suit is dope, bro. All in on this set. I almost even like the fact that he's a neutral Batman character. You can pose with anything. Yep. You can literally. You look at like literally you can pose this figure, or you can even have him with the Flash set. You can have him with an alternative set, because again, they've cultivated the multiverse over there in DC. You know what I mean? So it just makes perfectly good sense. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm with this. I was hoping it was a Thomas Wayne version. Yeah, that would have been dope. That would have definitely been dope, man. That would have been dope. But yeah, like I said, I know a lot of people aren't fans of this. I am. I'm getting it. I already have it pre-ordered. So whenever it's available, and I have it in my collection. I wanted to see if there's a possibility that I can swap out this faceplate, or I'm hoping that there's a third-party company that will, make one. You know what I mean? Or do their hair or redo the head sculpt. Because now let me ask you a question. Do you think the body they changed slightly? Because remember how the body on the prototype looked. Yeah. And a lot of people weren't really excited about it because they said it looked too pudgy. Do you think that they redid the body on this one possibly?
I think they did, because just the way that you can sort of tell the way the fabric of his the material of the costume, it gathers differently now.
Yeah.
Like around the hips there, it's different. Also, I think they had it on a beefier body originally.
Yeah.
Because with all that extra weight, and then you add the armor plating on, he's not accurate size wise to what the movie was. So
yeah,
I think they slimmed him down a bit to account for the extra padding of the costume. But yeah, I mean, I could be wrong. It does look like that to me though, because I recall him being a lot heavier looking.
Yeah, I definitely think that they I think that they basically slimmed them down. In my opinion, I think they did. From what we look at, because it looks completely sort of different. It looks sort of different. It doesn't look as pudgy. Or it could have been angling of the camera. Maybe it's the same body. But see, when we look here, see how slimmer it looks, more defined. Yeah. So again, but I like the suit, man. I'm all in on this piece. If you're a bike rider, I'm pretty sure people who ride bikes can really understand the differences between and why something like this would be dope. And I like it, man. I definitely like it.
I don't know who that is under the mask.
I don't know who it is under the mask. It looks like a variant. I'm gonna go with Rusty Bronco and say that this is a Thomas Wayne. This is a Thomas Wayne variant.
Oh, okay. Actually, you know what? That works.
Yeah.
Why not?
I'll say it's a Thomas Wayne variant. We'll just go that route.
The other one of the other Affleck faceplates from one of the other figures might fit.
See, that's what I was going to try and see if there's a possibility for something like that to work. Because this, no. And I'd have thought the Hot Toys would have been like, yo, let's get this shit right. But again, they pulled another Batman Begins with how they kind of do certain things. But aside from this, I like it. It's definitely something that pretty much I'm going to rock with, and it's going to go in my collection, and I'm gonna be happy about it. You know what I mean? So I know a lot of people will not, but for me, it's definitely. He said, remove the faceplate and make a faceplate and make a Hall of Armor Bat Cave style. Oh, that's true. You could do something like that. Yeah. That might be weird with the eyes still in there. Unless you could take the eyes out, because it is the purse.
Do they come out?
I don't know though, because it is basically the purse on this. But we'll see. We'll see how it is.
Great.
I wonder if they had to get the likeness rights from the stunt guy. Laura, that might be true. That's interesting. I wonder if they definitely did that. That'd be interesting. So I don't know. You never know. You'll never know. All I know is this week is we got our asses kicked. Yeah. And we continue to. This is a record pacing year in collecting. So anyway, let's get back to business, brass tacks on this, and what we're actually going to do. We're going to start with our list from top 10 to number 1. So Chewy, I asked you to basically send me your list of what was your top. What was the top 10 for you? What did Renz just send me just now? What did
more enabling?
He says, so the faceplate comes out. Let me see here. Let me see. What does it say? Oh. So it is interchangeable. So definitely, Renz, thank you very much for that.
Okay.
So it is definitely interchangeable. So you can basically swap out this faceplate, and this is probably why they did this. So once the Dawn of Justice Batman is released, that the BBS version, you can swap out that faceplate with this.
Okay.
So it will fit. Renz, thank you for that, bro. So again, anybody out there who's getting that BBS Batman, so let's put this up here real quick so you'll know. Because that makes, thank you, Renz, for doing the research. Do appreciate that. You're still an enabler, but I do thank you for the research. So if you're getting this particular version here, let's share this. I want to share this really quick here and bring it up. Hold on. So if you're getting this particular version here, anybody who's getting this Batman, this BBS, which I am because I don't have a BBS, and I wanted to get this since it was the 2.0. So if you're getting this particular version, that faceplate will fit. They said it's interchangeable with the Bat Cycle. So you can definitely use this faceplate on the Bat Cycle. So that's at least that's good. At least that makes sense. So that'll work. Anybody who's getting this piece, it will definitely work. It is interchangeable, so there shouldn't be any problems there. So at least that's good. Got it. Thank you very much for that, man. You said, yeah, you can pop the eyes out as well. So, okay, there you go. Okay. So you can do like a haul of, whatever. Okay. All right. Appreciate it. Thanks, bro. Thanks. All right. So let's get back again. Chewy, let's go from the top. Okay. So basically tell the people what your number 10 is.
So it did take me a little bit of time to actually go through all my pre-orders and figures that I have, that pre-orders that came out this year, figures that I received this year. So of that, I would say, given everything else, number 10 for me is Savage Opress. And that is there's a combination of things that are the reason for that. One is the fact that I've been wanting that figure for the longest time, and then they finally gave it to us. And just the way that it turned out, it looks incredible. And then the fact that they went back and made alterations to it to make it even more accurate with the wraps around the arm, around the robotic arm, the broken horns on some of the, like everything they did to accentuate its accuracy. For me, this hits the top 10 for me for this year, just for that reason alone, but also just because I just love the character and I really wanted it for a while.
Hell yeah, bro.
So there he is in his glory.
You know what? And the crazy part is, bro, I want him even more now because, and shout out to 16J, who did an awesome job with that throne. I want him more now because I have that throne. Like literally. That's the crazy part. I want him even more now than I've wanted this figure before. After having like the Super Commandos in my collection, bro. Words cannot describe.
Those photos you took are so good,
bro.
That looks so great.
You bro, like having it in the collection, it really took over as my favorite display in my collection. Literally. Oh yeah, hands down, it is my favorite display after looking at it. It is that damn good with those commands, and you don't realize how good it is until you basically have it displayed and you put everything together piece by piece. So just imagine how much better it will look once
with him standing beside him,
and once he's basically standing. Okay, yeah.
If you're a Clone Wars fan, this is look, everybody's different. I totally understand that, but don't say you're a Clone Wars fan if you don't want this.
Yeah.
Because look at it.
It is. It's impeccable. It's definitely impeccable. Okay, so my top 10, my number 10, and it should be no surprise from people who know me that this figure was going to end up in my collection. It shouldn't be a surprise at all. And if it is, I'm sorry, but it shouldn't be. Come on, man. Come on, man. Listen, say what you will about the movie. I get it. It wasn't everybody's cup of tea. But I tell you what, it was better than Craven. It was better than this last
Madam Web.
It was better than Madam Web. So I'd say that right off the bat. I love this figure. I love having it in my. I am a Morbius fan. I have been since his introduction in comics. You know, his associated with both Spider-Man and Blade is phenomenal. You know, again, it's a phenomenal storyline. The accessories that we get with this piece, the tailoring that we get this piece, and to have a vampiric character in my collection, cross media that you can actually have. Not only you can create, for me, I have him in my Dark Avenger set. I would love to see Morbius brought in to, you know, pretty much even make him a Midnight Suns, because people just keep shitting on Jared Leto, bro. But what he did with this character was dope. And I love the character of Morbius. And I told people this is a one-off. It's not going to be a figure you're going to have to see in your collection in the future. You're not going to basically see it out there. They're probably not going to make another one. So I had to have this piece just for the sheer fact that, again, you're never going to see it again. And look how dope it is, bro. It is. Even with the bat accessories, with the accessories, that the attachments that you can add to his arm. Bro, like I love this figure. And that's why it had to end up on my list. That's why it made my top 10. Plain and simple, hands down, it is my top 10. Morbius is a great figure. Blue, yeah. Tell him, bro.
It is.
Tell him, bro. Because they don't know. I know Chewie's all time 10 Star Wars. I mean, C3 podcast, New Generation. Right? Layout to the show. Happy holidays, bro. Late to the show. Thank you so much, man. Morbius figure could use the artisan treatment. It definitely could. They could have actually done that, and they could have. But for what it is, man, like people just give it the short end of the stick, but it is a fucking gorgeous figure once you have it in your collection. And with the bat accessories and the way I have him in my display, God, this is an incredible figure, man. It is everything, and that's why it was definitely going to end up on my list. Look at that. Kindar killed it.
It looks great.
He really killed it with this piece, man.
I've never seen the movie, but the figure looks great.
Look, the movie is divisive, and we get that. It's divisive.
I love there are bad movies out there that I love, but I acknowledge that they're bad, but I still love them. And I mean, this is probably would be one of those movies just because I like cheesy, hokey stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, definitely. I got you. Moving on. What was your number 9?
Well, Rusty Bronco. My number 9, and again for a similar reason as to why I put Savage Opress on there, was General Grievous. And again, for a similar reason in that it's a figure that we've been wanting for the longest time. We wanted Hot Toys to do their version of it, to do it justice. The Sideshow one, I know people who have the Sideshow one and they like it. They don't have a problem with it, and that's fine. Totally fine. Mm-hmm. This one is die cast. It comes with way more stuff. I think they've done a lot better of a job of weathering it, making him look more battle worn. This got announced and I instant pre-ordered it.
Like click, click. It was a done deal. It was
day one. Because I've been talking about it for so long, and what is that? I know. Look at that. Yeah. Like, what does it say about me if I'm running my mouth so much, and then it comes out and I don't get it, and I have no reason not to get it. Yeah. It's not overpriced for what it is. Yeah. It looks 100 times better than the Sideshow version. Yeah. So there's no reason for me to not get it. So plus I really want it. So General Grievous is number 9. General Grievous is coming home.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Now, just to put it out there, this is why it is a very diverse list between me and Shui, because a lot of his is filtered with some of the best announcements of 2024.
Yes.
Mine is the top 10 figure releases of 2024. So that's what mine basically, and I like this. I like it because we get the best of both. You know what I mean? And a lot of these that I'm agreeing with. So yeah, this right here, man. Yeah. It's I cannot wait, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait for this, bro. I
don't know where I'm gonna put them.
Shit.
That's a tomorrow problem.
That is definitely a tomorrow problem, because I am gonna find a way.
I'll find space.
I'm gonna find a way to make this work, because it is definitely impeccable and it's incredible, and it's gonna work for me. You know, hands down. I cannot wait. I've been so glad that I held off on that sideshow. I canceled that mug as soon as I saw them limbs. I was like, yep. I remember like Will Foxification emailed me, or he texted me. I was like, yo, did you see this? And showed me the video, and I was like, yep, I'm done. Not getting it. Not getting it. And I deleted.
I never pre-ordered that one. I felt like Hot Toys is gonna try and do it, and I thought I'll wait. And
be lucky that you did not, bro. Be lucky that you did not, bro, because you would have been upset, because that thing. Yeah, like
I've seen those videos too, and it's just like, oh no. Why did they do this?
Like, what were y'all thinking at that time? Why did you do it? What made you do it? You know, nah, man. It was, for me, I was just like, nope. I'm not going to even embarrass myself. So when this, and you know what? Shout out to the people who were like, you know what? Give it some time. You know, that's fair. Give it some time. Hot Toys will release one. So shout out to the people out there who knew that was going to happen, you know, because you did definitely make do on that, and you knew what you were talking about. So definitely want to give you a shout out on that.
I won't take credit for knowing anything. I was just hoping.
Just putting it out there.
I was just hoping. Me at least anyway. I was praying to God that, oh, please, Hot Toys, do this, do it better. And they did.
And they did it. And they killed it.
Number 9.
Number 9. You already know, bro. Number 9. My number 9. Listen, if you didn't think this figure was going to end up on my list, you are crazy. If you didn't think that this would end up on my list, you are absolutely crazy. So much that I have 2. Mine and Toya's. What's hers is mine, and what mine is hers. Plain and simple. And that is none other than Shuri from the Black Panther. One of the most beautiful figures that, hands down, I have in my collection. The likeness to Letitia Wright is powerful.
Yeah.
The articulation, the suit, all the accessories that comes with this makes for an impeccably beautiful figure.
They even got the body type right. Like, she's very slender.
Yep. Very slender. Yeah. They got it right. They killed it. The gauntlets, again, the spear, the likeness to Letitia Wright. This is a phenomenal figure. And yes, I fucking love the movie. I love Wakanda Forever. Unapologetically love it for what Ryan Coogler was able to do with that film, with the absence of the great, and may he never be forgotten, Chadwick Boseman. He did what he had to do, and I think he made the right choice, and it was a comic accurate choice. Because remember, in the comics, T'Challa got hurt. Mortally wounded. He didn't die, but Shuri took over as the Black Panther until he was able to pick up the mantle again. So for people who believe that this was just them, no, it's happened. Shuri did become the Black Panther for a while. So it did happen. So don't discredit the simple fact that this was comic accurate. But
it wasn't a woke stunt. It was in the comics. It happened. Not at all. It's a thing. It's a real storyline, and this worked for it.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes, Mike, bro. Yes. This figure is a fucking masterpiece. It is amazing, bro. It is amazing. I love this piece. So glad that I have it in my collection. Toya, it's so dope that I had to get Toya one because I knew she wanted one. She spoiled, but I knew she wanted one, so I definitely got her one as well. But yes, it filters out so much that I have her leading one of my Avengers teams. Literally, like I have her in a display leading one of my Avengers teams because I'm telling you that's how powerful this figure. I love this figure, bro. I love it. And if you didn't think it was going to end up on my top, look at that. Look at that. Fuck out of here if you don't think that shit is incredible. I love this figure, bro. Love
that
it.
Throne is great. Did they make the throne? Did the throne come out?
Yeah, I have the throne.
Oh, they did. Okay.
Yeah. Fun fact that when me and Toya, you know, we were together. This was the first gift that she ever gifted me with. Was this? This was the first Christmas. I think it was a Christmas or no, it was my first Christmas gift. My birthday gift, she did something completely different, something that was completely phenomenal that would never be forgotten. But this was the first actual physical gift that she actually got me, and I will never give this away, bro. This is a priceless gift, priceless. I'll never sell it. It will always end up in my collection, just clearly because of that. But yeah, they did do the throne, and she looks good on it. So definitely, this is and will forever be my top. My number 9. So definitely is my number 9. Chewy, your turn. And this one I kind of knew as well, but you tell the people your what is this, number 8, right?
8. Yeah, number 8. Which is not Star Wars.
Tell him Chewy, it's not Star Wars, bro.
And there are, I have a couple of honorable mentions as well that are also not Star Wars, but we'll get to that. But for number 8, for me, is strictly because of the fact that we waited 23 years to see this. Mm-hmm. And it is Wolverine in his classic yellow suit from Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Saw this. I loved it. It is. I already pre-ordered this. It's just I just wait for it now. Mm-hmm. But this piece for me is it kind of it's hard to describe. It's one of those things where it's like we waited so long to see this.
Yep.
And for them to go that long never giving us this look, but then to knock it out of the park the way they did. Mm-hmm. And the mask looked like everyone thought, well, the mask is going to look goofy in real life, but no, it doesn't.
Nah, not at all.
Not to me. I think it looks amazing. I'm so happy the way it turned out. Yep. And I can't wait to have this on a shelf next to Deadpool. Yeah, because that was what I did. I got the Deadpool and I ordered this. Yeah, and I'm never going to regret this choice, even though I have another Wolverine on a later list. But you know the one I'm talking about. Yeah. And to be honest, if they, and I believe they will, but if they do release some of the other Wolverine variants in 6 scale, I'm gonna have a hard time not getting those too. Yeah. I really want a Cavalrine. Yeah. I hope they won't do it, but
if they do anything else, I again, my favorite is the John Byrne. So give me that
brown and tan suit. Absolutely.
Give me the brown and tan. We know that's going to end up happening sometime down the line because they're going to milk this. This right here is how I'm going to pose the figure in my collection. This right here. Yeah. That's how I'm posing it. Yep. Without the sleeves, but with the actual armor. Yeah. This is how he's with it. Yeah. This is how he's going to be posed in my collection. That's it. This right here is everything I want. Yeah,
I'm keeping the mask on too because that look. That's the look that's the look you paid the money for is the mask, right? For me, that's what I'm doing. I love the head sculpt. Don't get me wrong. I think it looks great.
Yeah, it does.
But look at
that. Come on, bro.
That's Wolverine.
We waited how many years?
23 years.
23 years to get to this point. 23 effing years. Yep. To get to that point. So yeah.
But yeah, that's why he's my number 8. I that was not even I didn't even have to really think about it. He made the list.
You know what, bro? Like it's. I would have been surprised, honestly, if I was doing my top 10, figure releases, then yeah, like he would have, or figure reveals of the year, then he would have definitely made. Which I might do like a top 10 show, for something like that. I might. I gotta wait and see. But I might end up doing something like that down the line.
Yeah.
Because it would definitely make sense. But my number 8, and again, I kind of fool people on the thumbnail because when they look at it, they're like, well, okay, we know. But it's not. It's not him because, again, it's this particular figure right here. It's Kane. It's motherfucking Kane, bro. Bro, this thing looks so sharp in your collection. Like, it's Donnie Yen. And anybody who knows me, I am a Kung Fu Donnie Yen. Whoosh, I am a Donnie Yen fan, bro. Literally. Bro, I am a Blade, Chariot and White. I am a Donnie Yen fan. And this figure, it is incredible, bro. It is a phenomenal figure. Just the likeness, and again, this is why I can't wait to get that Wick in my collection.
Yeah,
because this Donnie Yen figure is incredible. This Kane is incredible, bro. It is so clean. It is super sharp. It is one of the best figures that I've actually seen, in general, bro.
It's nice.
It is so lean, bro. Like, this is definitely the figure that I needed to have in my collection, and I'm so glad I got him. And I can't wait to get, again, even without everything about this thing is incredible, bro. 2 times that he's actually played a blind character in a film and killed it, like, literally. And yeah,
that's right. I hadn't thought about that. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, Sheridan Wayne and also Kane. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he killed them both. And the thing is, he brought a uniqueness to both. That's how brilliant Donnie Yen is. People think, here's the thing, he's not just an incredible, martial artist, but he's an incredible actor too, bro. He's an incredible actor, and people just don't give him credit for it. For what he's able to do in the transformation of these characters and what he gives to them is incredible. So yeah, this was definitely my number 8, unapologetically. I love it, bro. I love it, and I would suggest anybody who is it. And I can't wait to get the ballerina, bro. I can't. And once they release, my Wick line is going to be incredible, bro. I love John Wick, bro. I love it, definitely. Moving forward, though, Chewy, what is your the next one? Now, this next one is one that has been released. So it is basically a figure release of 2024. This next one is. So yeah, what's on your list, bro?
Revan. I had to put Revan on this list because I played Knights of the Old Republic back in the day. I played that game. I don't know how many times I played it through just because I love the game so much. The character for me is just so pivotal to the Star Wars universe, even though technically he's not. I mean, I guess you say he's Legends now, but even before that, there was a differentiation between canon and Legends, and it was just everything else. I always thought of Revan as a canon character. I never didn't think of him that way. Yeah. And I don't even think of this as a video game. I don't know if they're going to do it as a VGM line, or I forget now, but I don't even think of him that way.
Yeah,
it's Revan. He's earned that. He's earned his place in actual ancient Star Wars canon.
Yeah.
And for me, this was just so, I was so happy to see this. I also really like that they did Starkiller, but
yeah,
if I had to pick one or the other, Starkiller, Revan was always going to be mine.
Yeah.
And just, there was never a doubt if they announced it that I would get it.
Yep.
And I was just thrilled that they did it. And I still don't have mine because I think they only sent out the ones with no coins, right?
Well, they sent out just the standard version, which I'm like, damn, why did I get that coin? If I'd have just,
I did too.
Because I really don't need the coin, but again, deluxe, go big, go home type of situation.
And they were the same price. It wasn't like they charged more for the coins.
Yeah, it was just the same one.
But
Definitely.
I thought, it's cool. It's a little extra thing. Sure, I'll get the deluxe.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they would ship them at different times, but that's okay. I'm fine. I'll wait. When it comes out, it comes out. But this one was never not going to make a top 10 list for me. I was always going to put this on there. I didn't know exactly where, but there were a few that edged it out in terms of just for me personally. But this was definitely going to make top 10, and as you say, it ended up in my number 7.
Yeah, definitely. And here's the thing. I want to put this out there for a lot of people too. If you have this figure and you're looking for an option or a way to really tussle and fix the hood, this right here, let me show y'all. Get this. This would be basically your best friend to get in your collection. Get this. This is the 3mm clear double-sided tape. If you get this and you cut it a unique way, you can actually futz with the hood and get it the way you want it. Because I know a lot of people basically were complaining about, just the hood and, how it is and not being able to futz with it, to make it work or make it look right. So get that. And I definitely think it'll work well for you. So just kind of wanted to put that out there. Moving on. Okay, so we're down to number.
You're on 7 now.
7. Yeah. Number 7. So this one should come to no surprise at all. Clearly because of the simple fact that they pay more, and I think Hot Toys lets you know that they're one and only for them in general. They're one and only Spider-Man at this particular moment, and the one that they basically pay more close attention to is going to be Tom Holland, right? Because what we got from the No Way Home line, they really nailed Tom Holland, right? But this figure, because it is the classic blue and red, vibrant blue, even with that display, even with the head sculpt, if you're a Spider-Man fan, and when you saw this come across your screen at the end of the film, bro, it was glorious. Yeah. And I cannot wait to see him in a film again with this suit. The head sculpt is Tom Holland through and through. Looks just like our boy, Tom. And I think that they nailed it. The base is incredible. I actually have him right here in front of me right now, posed. So I have him, but I used the stand in the back to actually use my Toys era Green Goblin. And it's amazing. It's an amazing display. I'm definitely happy I did it that way. It just pops. But yeah, this was a no-brainer for me. None.
This one almost made my list too.
Yeah.
Really, really close.
Yeah. I had to, bro. I had to. Being a lifelong Spider-Man fan, being a fan of the classic suit in general, I was like, yeah, there's no way in hell that I was going to miss out on this. No effing way in hell that I was going to miss out on this one, man. He said, please tell me that Tom Holland will rock this suit for most of the next one.
I hope
me
so.
too. Bro, Mike. Mike, so. Bro, I'm right there with you. Please do not change, because we only got a chance to see it for a little. Let him rock. I don't want a new mech. I don't want any type of, keep this aesthetic, because this is what we know. He is in his own, this is who he is. This is who we want. So give us this version. And yes, this suit is phenomenal, bro. I loved it. Look at that, bro. Look at that. Come on, man. Look at that. These photos everything about this, bro. This is my Spidey.
Yeah.
This is my Spidey. This is the version. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is the one for me, and I'm so glad to have this as my number 7, bro. So glad. Chewy, moving on, bro. Your turn. Your turn. Please tell everybody what your next one is, man.
Okay, so number 6 for me
Aha.
is another announcement, not out yet, but you know, Rusty Bronco's not wrong. It's a lot of Star Wars, I know. But it is
Rusty think he know you, bro. He think he know you, bro.
he's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
But yeah, is the Dark Empire Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, bro.
And that one, I remember, I vividly remember, because I read all these comics. I was in my I think it was it was like mid 90s, I think it came out, something around there. I was away, I was at university, and there was a little comic shop in the town where I went to school. And I just collected all the Star Wars comics because I loved those old Star Wars comics. And Dark Empire was just so different for me. The art style was just wild. I liked everything about it, and the whole idea of Luke allowing himself to turn to the dark side ever so a little, just so that he could defeat Palpatine one more time. Which I will say, Dark Empire did the clone Palpatine story way better than the movies did.
Than what the movie did, yeah.
They did it so much better.
And the movie tried to take references from it, but they failed in comparison.
It just didn't, it just didn't work. But
yeah,
this got I remember we saw a silhouette of this. They posted a silhouette tease of it, or somebody saw it in the background of a bunch of figures. And we all started going, is that Dark Empire Luke? Is that Dark Empire Luke? And sure enough, it was like a couple of days after that. Here he is.
Yeah.
Here he is.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they gave the option for the artisan hair or the sculpted. I didn't get the artisan version.
You got the sculpted version, right?
I got sculpted. I got through. I could have got the artisan one if I wanted it. I ended up opting for sculpted just because at this point we're not sure how short artisan hair is going to work.
Yeah,
because his hair is short. By comparison, all the other ones have been long.
Yeah,
and he's got that high collar. And is it going to be getting caught in the collar all the time? Is it going to poke through things? I don't know what it's like. But also, personally, I think the sculpted hair looks better to me. I like the sculpted hair. I just look, that's it right there. I like that.
The sculpted is more comic accurate to the character, the way we've seen it. And here's the thing, Chewy. Let me let you know a secret. So I pre-ordered the artisan and I pre-ordered the regular version. Only because I'm doing it a certain way. Okay. So I'm going to create Luke and Luke. Yeah.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah,
this one, this was just such a surprise for me. The reason it's a top 10 for me is because of my personal history with this character, with this story, but also just the fact that I never saw this coming. Nobody saw this coming. Who thought that they were going to mine some early 90s Dark Horse comic for a reference to do a figure for? I never thought we'd get this.
And he specifically said this is the one that he wanted to do. He said because he was a fan. Howard said this is the one that he literally been pushing for years, and they finally been to let him do it.
So glad that he did it, because I was so excited for this piece when they announced it, and I'm it's, again, it would potentially could have been higher on my list, but like I say, I have a few that just edged it out, but this one is definitely a top 10. For me, absolutely. But
definitely,
so this is my, what was it, number 6? No, number 6. This is my number 6.
So my number 6, yes, is another Spider-Man figure. Yes.
I know which one.
Another Spider-Man figure. So don't be surprised. And it should come to no surprise. This right here, Spider-Man 300 cover, all black suit, This suit is one of the most amazing figures that they have ever released. Ever. It is one of the most amazing Spider-Man, and I say that pun intended, figures that they have ever released. I mean, ever. If you have the VGM line, this right here trumps them all. And I'm not even a fan. I don't even look. You know how crazy this is, bro? I haven't even posed him. I have him in a museum, but I have him in a museum stance from the book, from the cover of the book. That's just the way I wanted it, and I'm keeping him that way for a while. I haven't fully posed or anything, but this figure is effing incredible, bro.
It's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
It is a beautiful figure, bro. It's a beautiful figure. It is everything that I can ever want out of this. And we have been wanting this black suit, and I have this deluxe with this head sculpt, and even that's incredible, bro.
Yeah,
that's I didn't use it. I haven't used it because I just wanted that look, and it's everything for me, bro. Yeah. Everything that I could ever want from this suit, I got, and they killed it. They did such an incredible job. It is so dope. It is so dope. Like I can't take away from the feeling that I got when they finally released this, bro. He said, I can vouch, it's almost perfect, highly articulated. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah. I definitely didn't. Yeah, there's no apologies for this. Look at this. You gotta have it. Bro, you already know. Like this suit right here, if you have it in your collection, man, sheesh. It is definitely the suit to have if you're a Spider-Man fan. Yeah. It is an incredible piece, man. So you definitely, it's a gem of a figure. I have the Superior coming as well once that's released. So that was a no-brainer to have in my collection as well. But yeah, this that's right here, bro.
Spider-Man, the Superior one is the only one I'll have where I'm going to keep the arms on it.
Yeah, because it makes sense, right?
Because it makes sense. The rest of them, I like this one. I don't keep the arms on him. I never use all those mechanical arms. I know maybe it's unfortunate. You know, I like the black suit so much.
Yeah,
I just want the suit.
Yeah, I didn't put the arms on him either, bro. I was just like, it was no reason for me to do it at all. No reason.
That's a thing for the game. It was a story part of the game.
Yeah,
and that's fine.
Yeah,
just for the game. I'm a fan of the black suit, game or not. So I would pose him and have him displayed in the sense that this is the character I want. The suit. Yeah. I don't need the arms, but yeah.
Got you.
Plus they take up so much space.
Exactly. It takes up way too much space, bro. Way too much space. Chewy, you know what?
Did we hit the same number?
No, this is you. Yep, same.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you had him at your 5. Jumping it. Oh, okay.
This is you. I just put it here because I was like, I'm not even gonna do dialogue. I'm gonna let you do it.
Yeah. This in terms of figures that we have got in this year, for me, if it was strictly on that alone, this would be my number one, I think. Just because I'm like you, Lael. I'm a Star Wars diehard fan, and the original trilogy means so much to me that the fact that they did this with Sebastian Shaw's head sculpt alone makes it number one for me in the sense of a figure that we already have. Like, he's right there.
Yeah,
doing his Hamlet thing with his helmet.
Yep.
But this one, I don't have enough that I can say that to put into words how much I love this figure. I've had a number of Vader figures over the years. I have a bunch even now. Like, that's not the only one I have. Obviously, I have the Empire Strikes Back one, and I have the one from Obi-Wan, the Obi-Wan show. I have New Hope sticking around down there. Like I have like 4, I think, right now, and this one took the place of my Empire Strikes Back one as my favorite.
Yeah. It
My
took
Empire
the place
Strikes Back
as-
one was
yeah.
that one was my favorite before this, and now this one is edged it out just because I love it so much. And again, the artistry on getting Sebastian Shaw's head sculpt when it's only from here up,
Mhm.
and you know, they in the purrs and the lightning effect. I love that lighting effect thing they did with the helmet and the thing to the force lightning effect. I thought was really, really good. Yeah, I wish we had gotten even more from the 40th Return of the Jedi, but if they had to stop there, I would have been fine. I would have accepted that and been like, okay,
Yeah.
I can accept that. Thankfully, they didn't, but if I had, I would have been okay. But yeah, this piece is it's just, I just love it so much.
It's everything.
That's why this one made my number 5.
It's everything. Definitely everything. And I agree. It had to be on the list. It definitely had to be on the list. Now, I'm glad you haven't. It didn't make my list for reasons. We already talked about that behind the scenes. Because I had to judge off of just, and now, as much as I love it, and I'm a super duper Star Wars fan, I'm a Vader fan, but I have multiple Vaders. So that was kind of like between him and Obi-Wan Vader. This was the ultimate Vader, but I have a ton of Vaders. I have to go off the uniqueness of figures that people would probably think and say, you know what, I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
Which is why we get to my number 5. Now, the number 5 is going to be controversial in its own right, but I'm just talking about it in figure form. I'm not talking about this person's personal business. In figure form, and the simple fact that I would love to see this character on screen again, especially given that everybody else gets a pass and they get a chance. And that is Kang. This Kang figure is incredible, like hands down. I never thought in a million years that we would get a Kang 1/6 scale figure. And here we do have a Kang 1/6 scale figure. Incredible piece. Now, I was never going to actually have him posed without the helmet. He was never going to have this particular look. Because again, I felt as though the head sculpt was lackluster. It was too young. I didn't see fully Jonathan Majors in it. But this right here is everything that I could have wanted from this piece. The light up feature is incredible. Even if you don't have the face illuminated, you still get an incredible piece. The cape is on point. It is an incredible piece. It is an incredible figure, bro. Plain and simple. Hands down, if you have this in your collection, it is an exciting time. And again, I say this as a grail piece because we're not going to see it again.
Yeah.
We may not see this again. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say there's rumors about what we could see and if they're going to utilize this character going forward. But there was so much potential that got missed. But this figure, bro, oh my God, the presence on this thing is incredible. Even the cape is its own. The cape is I don't even look at it as an accessory. I look at it as a character. That's how well done the cape is. Wired, the suit, the tailoring on this, everything about this figure is phenomenal. That's why, for me personally, it had to make my top 5. It would have been an argument that if it didn't make, my top 5.
Yeah.
But that's why it definitely made my top 5. And again, I have high hopes that eventually Disney will put aside their differences and we'll see this, figure sometime again, or we'll see this character again. Not saying that we will, but I'm hoping down the line there will be a space for it. There will be a space for us to get this figure back. So just had to kind of put that out there. I love it. This is why it made my top 5, and I'm sticking with it unapologetically. Your turn, Chewy, and I think Yours, definitely agree with yours. This one right here, I think I share a level of excitement that is just you can't really surpass it. So tell the people what they need to know.
I'm just gonna come right out and say it that the rest of my top 4 are all Star Wars related. But this one comes from a line that I think we all know has blown out of the water a lot of other lines that Hot Toys has done. Like every head sculpt has just been masterpiece after masterpiece after masterpiece. And for me, this one stood out, and that is Hera Syndulla.
Yes.
That is Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
All day.
That could be a still from the show. Like, look at that's. I said, like, I'm collecting the Ahsoka line, and the most of the reason I'm doing that is because as I was telling you behind the scenes, that my goal is to try and sort of build the Ghost crew and do the Rebels thing. And I really loved her in the show. I thought she did such a great job with the character.
Yeah.
And this piece just, I don't have enough good to say about that head sculpt. It's phenomenal. And the fact that they just did it with just the face, because her head isn't a human head. She's got the Twi'lek, the tail, the head tails.
Yeah.
So is it Leku, or is that Ahsoka's Leku?
Well,
anyway,
it's the tendrils. I forget what you would actually label them. I don't know if there's Lekus or
But I mean, I look at that and I see Hera Syndulla, I see Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and I think they, from the tailoring to her body proportions, even they nailed it.
Yeah.
This piece alone, I think, if you really think about it, even if you're not a big Star Wars fan, just from an artistic standpoint, I'd be questioning anyone if they didn't put her in a top 5. Yeah. Hi, Latoya. If they didn't put her in a top 5, it belongs in a top 5. I think of most lists.
Yeah.
Just because of how beautiful this piece is. I don't have enough really good to say about it, or I have too much good to say about it.
You have way too much good to say.
There's way more than I can say, but
it's
definitely, she's my number 4,
bro. Like, what literally, bro, like this when, because this was like one of the first that they introduced, right? It was
Sabine and then her.
Sabine and then her. And I don't think that we were ready at that time as to how this line was going to really, really stack up, and how incredible what we were preparing to see from this line, and what they were definitely getting us ready for. Like, I don't think that we were prepared for it, at that point.
I couldn't have called how good this line was going to be.
Bro, I don't think any of us could have, because they nailed it. Like, they did such a phenomenal job with this piece. I mean, and the thing is, we haven't had a chance. And I'm saying that because we don't even have it in hand yet. Like, we don't, it's hard for us to really articulate and say what it's going to be. But we just know that if they've gotten Sabine that great, like if they've gotten it that good, if they've come that close to this piece and have done such a bang up job on it, just imagine what we're going to actually get with this one here, bro. Like, there's not enough that can definitely be said about what they're putting in on this line, like how far they're going in on this line, and how amazing these pieces are. Like, they are literally knocking them out of the park, bro. Like, everything that they're giving us with this line, like, from what we got with the Sabine figure, where that's actually going, You know, even what we got, because when we're going to get to this next figure, but this next figure kind of shares a tie. I had to put the next figure in the tie, but we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, bro, like when you announced that this was on your list, I was like, yeah, see, it's hard not to put it there. It's hard not to have this on your list because it makes the most sense.
I couldn't justify not having her on the list. I tried because I was thinking, what else do I really like? Like, do I want to have, you know, this figure here and this figure here? And I was trying to not be overly picky in terms of my preferences, but then I thought, well, it's my top 10 list. I'll do whatever I want. But
you got it. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like you have to be really about your list because it makes the most sense. You know what I mean?
And that was the thing. I mean, like I had a couple of, I had one tie in my list at number 5 with the 40th anniversary Vader and the Obi-Wan show Vader. Those were the tie sort of ones. But this one, just if I didn't have her higher than number 5, I would have felt like I was not being honest with myself because she's definitely for me as number 4. She's locked in 100%. That's
bro.
right.
If you didn't, if she didn't, especially like because when I was going through your list, I was like, well, he's going to give, and the trend was at that time that you were going to give us just a list of, you know, your figure reveals of the year, and I was like, well, yeah, that makes sense. I'm kind of glad he did that because it definitely makes the most sense as how you're doing it. It makes the most sense as to, you know, again, have like that sort of dichotomy here.
Yeah. I mean, I was more of a, you know, I was thinking, well, what did we hear about in 2020? What was announced in 2024 and what did we get in 2024? And for me, it was the ones we got, or the ones that I got in 2024 aren't as many as the ones that I pre-ordered. So that's why it ended up being more pre-orders than it is actual releases for me, because I didn't, you know, we haven't gotten all the ones for 2024 yet. So
yeah, you definitely haven't gotten them all, and it kind of makes the most sense to kind of do it this way. That's why I was like, you know what, good, sweet, because it works in the span of being able to kind of mix and match and say, okay, this is what you got, you know, this is what you're looking at versus, you know, my list and stuff like that. Now I'm looking for this picture because this is personal. This is going to be more personal for LaToya for a specific reason, but I'm gonna get there in just a second. I'm almost there now. Because I was like, yo, this is how lucky she was. If I can find it here, give me a sec. I don't know if I can find it, if I have it here. I may or may not. I don't think I do. But when we were at Anaheim Celebration, we were at Anaheim Star Wars Celebration, Toya got a chance to meet, or she actually saw her in the crowd. And when she saw her in the crowd, she ran right up to her and got a picture with her. Because she was like, wait a minute, aren't you? And she was like, yeah. And they got a picture together. I can't find it, but Toya may actually have it. But I actually did take a picture of her and Mary. Yeah, both of them. It was incredible. It was an incredible experience. So I was trying to find it, but I definitely can't. I can't, you know, find it. But exciting times, you know, for her. But yeah, definitely I can understand it being on your list though. So now we're at what, number 4, right?
Yes.
Number 4. So this is my number 4. Now I told you that this number 4 kind of shares a tie with another one. But when I had to look at them both, I was like, I had to do it just because, again, like, may he rest in peace. And just because of what he represents. Baylan Skoll. Because they get these figures right. And when we're talking about the Ahsoka line, bro, Baylan Skoll had to make my list. He had to be on the top of my list because, again, I could not wait. And once I get Shin, I cannot wait to have them both posed together. But now, is he a perfect figure? No, because there are certain things about this figure that I kind of like. Was like, just mainly the ankle pegs. But other than that, an amazing piece to have in your collection, an amazing figure to have displayed. Balin is incredible, and an incredible addition to your collection and your line. And the figure that he, in my collection, that he was kind of tied with was Thrawn, because I was like, I had to choose between him and Thrawn. I would have put Thrawn on the list, but I was like, it's kind of hard. But I was like, you know what? People always have a tie for number one. Why not a tie for number 4? So again, I tied him also with Thrawn. That's why when you see on the thumbnail, it just has the Ahsoka, like not the logo, but it has the World Between Worlds. Because again, it was a tie between both him and Thrawn. Because do you have Thrawn yet, bro?
He hasn't arrived yet, but I'm getting him. He's on his way.
Bro,
yeah.
Shit.
It's Thrawn.
It's Thrawn, bro. It is Thrawn. And I cannot wait to get my Death Zombie Troopers in, because I'm gonna have both of them posed behind him. This figure is incredible, bro. Him and Balin are incredible figures. And again, bro, this Ahsoka line is shaping up to be one of the best lines that they've ever released.
Yeah.
Literally.
100%.
Literally. Like this to have a Thrawn in figure form, heir to the Empire, bro. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Heir to the Empire is the sequel trilogy for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the sequel trilogy.
Yeah. Heir to the Empire is definitely the sequel trilogy, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this. I understand some of people's criticisms of how the character is portrayed in the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
However, I thought it's Lars Mikkelsen, right? Like that's his name.
Yeah. Lars. Yeah.
I keep confusing him with Mads Mikkelsen. Anyway, Lars Mikkelsen, his voice is so perfect for that character, and which is why he did the voice for the animated version.
Yes.
I don't have a problem with him at all.
I didn't bat an eye.
It didn't bother me one bit.
No.
I didn't see any issues when I was watching the show. That's Thrawn. To me, that's Thrawn.
Yep.
You're not going to be able to capture on a TV show or in an animated series the way that he was in the books. You can't. There's too much.
Yeah.
You couldn't possibly translate that to a live action medium. But
no, not at
I
all.
thought they got as close as they could for what they did.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved his portrayal.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Thrawn.
It is. It is.
When were we ever going to get a Grand Admiral Thrawn figure? We were never going to get that.
Yeah.
The fact that we got it is amazing. And so he's one of the ones I've paid off, but I haven't got it yet. But yeah. He'll be home and he'll be getting his rightful place in the collection, and right next to Captain Enoch whenever he shows up.
Yeah. My bro. I have him basically with the rest of the moths, or at least 2 of the moths. You know, so yeah. Here's your number 3, bro. Here's your number 3.
Hit him.
Tell him why this is your number 3. Tell him why this is your number 3.
So, aside from being my namesake, I've had a personal connection to Chewbacca since since the movies, obviously the original trilogy. I used to, when I forget how old I was, maybe early teens. I met Peter Mayhew at a comic book convention, or some kind of convention. I forget, maybe it was a Star Wars convention. Anyway, it was a convention here in Toronto. And what a gem. He was one of the nicest people I'd ever met in my life. And I was a kid, and I realized he's being nice, so that's fine. I met him again for the second time years after that, when I went to San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And I was chatting with him. I happened to be there with some vendor friends of mine. And so we got early access, and we were in there, and we were there with some of the celebrities were already there.
Yeah. And
so there was no line, and I was chatting with him and his wife. And I mentioned about Toronto, and I forget what year it was now, 1986, 87.
Yeah.
And he remembers the show. He remembered the show. And he was like, "Oh, I remember being there." And so I was like, "Oh, well," I said, "you probably won't remember me." And of course he didn't. I mean, how many people he probably saw? Plus I was, 20 something years younger.
Yeah.
But after that, so we had our chat. After that, I'd bump into him repeatedly at other shows. Because I used to tour. I used to do when I was doing when I'm still doing like artwork and stuff. And so because I'd be in there doing that, I'd be in early before fans come in and the celebrities are setting up, they're getting their stuff done. And I would go and always say hi. And after that, he always made it a point to remember, like he remembered me every time after that.
Every time you get a chance to,
we kind of became con buddies. Like every time I'd go over to see him. I have a photo I used to use for my thing of me and him together. But he was just such a nice guy. But yeah, so I have a personal connection to him in that regard. But yeah, leading up to that, I have A New Hope Chewie, the Han and Chewie set. You can sort of see him right there. He is next to Han. And up till this, that's been for me the best iteration of 6-scale Chewbacca.
Yeah.
The Force Awakens one, it depended which batch you got. Apparently, it was either you got one that looked more like a Muppet, or one that looked like him. I opted out of that one, but I was always waiting for this. I kind of thought they might do it one day. I don't know. I'm happy with my New Hope one because to me that one's still amazing. Mm-hmm. And then they announced this, and I was over the moon. Just the fact that it comes with the net bag with C-3PO on his back alone is worth it for me. But yeah, it's Chewbacca. I mean, I can't call myself Chewie's Bandolier and not have Chewbacca. They announced a new Chewbacca that looks this good,
right? At that point,
yeah, it's a brand new thing. He's got wool hair. There was no way this couldn't be in my top 3.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
And so there he is, and I can't
all his
wait.
glory.
I can't wait to have him. I can't wait.
Yeah.
But number
3. Yeah, bro. Number 3, and the simple fact that they actually teased, that artisan Leia.
Oh, the Leia, yeah, the white suit.
That they definitely they teased that. And yes, I'm saying it's artisan because if you look at the hair,
you can see some of the.
You can see.
Zoom in.
Like, look at that, bro. You can see that some of it looks like it might be wool. Like mainly, probably like the ponytail looks to be wool. So
I look at the way that the light isn't bouncing off of it the way it would if it was sculpted plastic.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
It looks like it's actual. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I cannot wait.
That's another one I'm gonna have to. That's coming home.
Hell yeah.
Then all we need is Bespin Han.
Mm-hmm.
Howard.
Come on, stop playing with us, man. Stop playing.
Bespin Han.
Stop playing with us. Come on, let's just make that happen. Stop playing.
Come on.
Stop playing.
All right.
Moving on to my number 3. This is without fail. Now, here's the thing, because I had to spread the love, and we always do. Now, I will say that one of my honorable mentions, 2 of them for just the list in general, is not a figure. It's the Batmobile, 89 Batmobile. I know it was met with a lot of controversy this year. Again, I'm a martyr for just a lot of scrutiny when it comes to like the reviews and people saying that I wasn't honest and all that. You'll have those naysayers, and I'm like, sit in that space if you want to. I was as honest as I could be for me. And yes, last week my replacement showed up, and it was a replacement that, again, the education behind that is it's a test batch, right? So if they say it's a test batch, obviously if there's some issues with it, then they want to make sure that if you report it, And in the video, one of the biggest problems that I had was the magnets on the wheel because it didn't stick. It wouldn't stay. So I had to use like, glue tack to make it stick. So that was my, reasoning. I reported to Yost and he just decided, hey, we want to make it right. So I want to send you out a replacement. Now, I don't have to really explain that to anybody. So if anybody chooses to basically take a screenshot and scrutinize me and then say I'm broke, you know what? That's fine. Because I think a lot of us are broke when it comes to these collectibles. We break every now and then. So live in that space if you want to be negative. But anyway, I say that was an honorable mention for me, So, but I also wanted to give shine to Inart because, I'm talking about the Jazz Inc. Batmobile, but in an Inart figure, this the Batman figure is incredible. I just have to say that. Aesthetically, it is incredible, bro. It is incredible. I have the all-in set with both him and Bruce Wayne. And this figure is definitely incredible. For anybody who is just getting theirs now, then, hey, if you are just getting yours right now, I know you're just as happy as I am, and it was worth the wait because this piece is definitely phenomenal. It is incredible. Got to give credit where credit is due. Inart definitely killed this. They did. The likeness is there, the body, the articulation, the accessories. Even though the accessories are a pain in the ass to put on, regardless of that, it is going to be a phenomenal display in your collection. It looks good. It definitely looks good. I was gracious enough to get this. And it's not to take away from the Hot Toys version at all, because the Hot Toys version looks good as well. And it's a space for both of them. But if I had to choose just off of likeness and I wanted to have the correct scale, this one killed it for me. And I love it. I definitely love this. So definitely this is my number 3 because I wanted to give them as much love as possible when it comes to their pieces. So I want to kind of put that out there. Chewy, what is this is now your number 2, right?
My number 2. So I'll just say it. Number 2 is Han Solo from Return of the Jedi.
Yes.
Well, there was for so long just Hot Toys not doing Han Solo figures. Like they did A New Hope and they did the Force Awakens, but they didn't do anything in between. Like we said, we're still waiting on the one from Empire Strikes Back, which for me, actually, that's actually my favorite look for him with the brown pants and the blue jacket. I loved that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're still waiting on that. But then they announced Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary Han Solo. And I'm sorry, but this is pretty close to perfect.
Yeah.
I can't look at that and not see Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
And I know people complain about the poofy hair. They think of the hair as poofy. I'm sorry, did you see the movie?
Exactly. Because that's just the way his hair looked in the movie.
His hair was just always poofy like that. It was even poofy in A New Hope.
Yeah.
It's just the way his hair is. But they gave us the Endor Luke, the Endor Leia, both of which I have. And now I've got Endor Han. I can put him with the three of them together.
Yeah.
And have them in that look, or I can keep him in just the pants and the vest and have it this look. Like, it's just I'm a big Harrison Ford fan, which is kind of my main thing more than anything else. And I love this piece. I think this is a home run.
They nailed it.
And so just because of the fact that I've wanted another Han Solo for so long, a younger Han Solo for so long, and we finally got it.
And it's Return of the Jedi, bro. Come on,
it's Return of the Jedi.
And here's the thing: the beauty about this is because I have him. Like I'll have him. I already have the twins because I have Leia. Yeah. I have the Endor Leia and I have the Endor Luke down there with Wicket. So I already have that. This and C-3PO and Chewie, bro. Come on, bro.
I've got my die-cast 3PO and 3PO and R2 right there.
Yeah.
And once I get the 3 of these guys together and I put them all together, if I don't collect another thing in my life, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of how I feel about it. But yeah, again, like I said earlier, there were a few figures that just kept Harris and Dula from being higher up on the list.
Mm-hmm.
This was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I can't. This is another one I can't wait until this comes out. When I have this in hand, I'm going to be so happy.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is number 2.
Number 2.
Yep.
Now my number 2, bro. This really shocked me because I was like, I have never had a list where one of these figures appeared on that list for me to talk about. And I never thought that this figure would end up on that list to talk about, because yes, I'm a fan, but not in the traditional sense of having him on my list. But in this particular space here, bro, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I have to give credit where credit is due. This setup and my Armor Wars and this Iron Man, this was the one. This is the the Mark 6 is one of after the Mark 5, the Mark 6 was definitely one of my favorite armors. But this is definitely one of my favorite scenes. The gantry scene was definitely one of my favorite. Now I don't use the head sculpt. It's a little bit too happy for me. But just the gantry setup with the armor, with the replaceable pieces, I was like, I'd be a fool not to actually have at least one of these on my list. And because I have it in my collection, this, and I'm pretty sure all Iron Man fans would agree that this is definitely worth having in your collection. And I'm sorry, like, it had to be my number 2 of the year. It had to be. It definitely had to be my number 2 of the year because it is that incredible. And I couldn't bypass it, bro. It's everything that I could want in an Iron Man figure. And now, mind you, I say that with the Mark II on its way. The Mark II from Iron Man 1 with the and that's what I call the true Silver Centurion. But yeah, definitely one that I needed to actually have on my list. So I'm excited about it, bro. Cannot wait. Julie, it's that time, man.
It's that time.
It's that
we
time,
hit
bro.
Number 1.
It is your legit number 1. It is
my legit number 1.
That time, man. Like, you know, and this was one that when I saw it on your list, I was like, oh shit, I forgot.
Yeah.
I definitely forgot about this piece.
A lot of people did because it got bumped a couple of times.
Bro, it got bumped.
Delayed a couple of times. Yeah.
Is it still delayed right now?
I think no.
Well, they've delayed it, but there hasn't been any recent.
Yeah, there was a delay.
Yeah,
there was a delay announcement. I'm gonna say a few weeks ago. I think maybe a month ago.
Oh, so they put out another delay on it?
Well, it was the last delay, I think it was, and I think it's been delayed until March. I think March is the new date.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't care. I'll wait as long as I gotta wait. But for those of you who don't know, and regardless of what your thoughts about the movie were,
yeah,
I'm an archaeologist, so this is
tell them
a no-brainer. I mean, look, Indiana Jones is responsible for my career life.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I do what I do, because I was given a love of history. I was impacted with a love of history and by having seen Raiders of the Lost Ark. And from that day on, and I think I saw it. I didn't see it in the theater when it came out. I was too young. It was came out in '81. I was only like, was I 8 or 9? And the ratings were different back then. But I saw it for the first time when it got re-released in theaters, I think in '82. So it was like a year later I saw it. And that's when the impact on me was massive. And it was the start of my love of Harrison Ford. But also just, again, putting me on the path to where I am now in terms of my job and my career and everything else. So Indiana Jones holds a spot in my heart that I'll never be able to get rid of. And yes, Windman, 100%. But yeah, I also I had no trouble. I had no mind about the movie. I thought the movie was fine. I didn't have a problem with it. Yeah. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but you know,
I thought it was on par with the feel of, and they were moving with the times. And just to let people know, they had to. They weren't. It wasn't one of those situations where they were. It was the passing of the torch in a sense. Right. No, it wasn't. Right. It was just a story of two, an archaeologist and one, would-be archaeologist, and just kind of just passing on the feel of what it is in the love. It was a love story, bro. Yeah, it was definitely 100%. A love story to, just. Again, not only the nostalgia that we know about Harrison Ford, being, Indiana Jones for so many years, but they did a phenomenal job with it, bro. I like, in my opinion, I liked it. A lot of people didn't, but I enjoyed it.
I liked it better than Crystal Skull.
Yeah, definitely.
I liked things in Crystal Skull. There were things about Crystal Skull that I liked, elements of it that I liked, but overall as a movie, I prefer this one. And that was actually what I went into this movie with. Yeah. I was like, as long as it, I know it's his final movie. I know he's not doing Indiana Jones again. Mm-hmm. As long as I can go out smiling and being happy with it, I will. That's all that matters to me. And this movie did that for me.
That's all that matters.
And I'm not a young guy anymore. So I don't, as much as I would love a young Indiana Jones figure, Howard, Raiders of the Lost Ark reissue, or even Last Crusade.
Crusade.
A younger indie, please.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
But even if it's not that, I can kind of relate to some extent a little more now to this older indie because I know what it's like with students. I know how sometimes you watch them, their eyes glass over when you're talking about things, and it's I get that. But this got announced, and I had been saving points for this. Yeah. I actually had been saving my sideshow points because I knew an Indiana Jones figure was probably going to come at some point. Yeah. Or Bespin Han. It was going to be one or the other. Yeah. And I had accumulated a lot of points. And so I dumped them all onto this. And I think my final, I think I'm paying for shipping, and that's it.
Hey,
that's how much I had. But I love the base that it comes on. I think it looks amazing. Yeah. I like the ankle grabber thing that you're proposing. That's a really great idea. I mean, let's face it, the sculpt is dead on. Yeah.
That's Harrison Ford. You can't deny it.
And I just the sheer magnitude of things that Indiana Jones means to me and to my life. There was no question this was going to be my number one.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bro. It's definitely, there you go. Yep. Number one, his top 10. He rounded out with, again, we had two of them, I think, on the list that have been released. That's the Vader and the Revit. And then, of course, this rounds out the top 10. His top 10 list of reveals and releases of 2024. So, hell yeah. Definitely. I agree. Now,
all right, drum roll.
Listen, I've been talking about this figure since it was released. So much that I got two of them. The comic accuracy in this piece is dead on. People didn't like the show. I get it. I have a newfound appreciation for the show after I've watched it again. And understanding that I've been collecting the comics long enough to know that she does break the fourth wall. That's basically where the character was filtered. You know what I mean? Like, she breaks the fourth wall. She did it before Deadpool. So much that I have one pose with him. But you'd be a fool to think that if you have this, or it to see, regardless of what you see on screen, regardless of what you've actually seen from the show, hands down, this to me was figure of the year. In my opinion, this was my figure of the year. This She-Hulk figure is nothing short but spectacular and amazing. It is all literally, bro. It is amazing. Seamless body. You can hide those wrist pegs easily. The sculpt, the purrs, the skin tone, the body proportions on this piece is fucking incredible, bro. Man. I love this piece. And I knew just from getting it in hand, once I took it out the box, once I had it in my display, I was like, yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Yep. This piece right here gets it. It gets it. In all levels, it gets it. This piece is fucking phenomenal, bro. Everything that I could actually want from this, everything that I want from this is bro. Yeah. Hands down, like, look, I know people didn't like the show, man, but I want to see her in the MCU again. I hope she's in either Doom or in Secret Wars. I hope they bring her back in some capacity, because the figure is definitely needed. Even if we see her in the Fantastic Four, however you want, the characters need it. Especially for Secret Wars, the characters need it. I know what people feel about the show, but figure alone, the design, the aesthetics on it, just the ingenuity, the seamless, the green tone on in the musculature on this, it is perfect. It is perfect. The purrs, it is a perfect figure. 10 out of 10 for me. I loved it as soon as they introduced it. Once I got it in hand, I was like, yep, this is that figure, bro. And I knew it was going to be figure of the year for me, hands down. And I haven't changed my mind. There was nothing that they could release right now, even though like there was nothing that was going to take this from that top 10 spot. Like, literally, it wasn't going to take it from that number one spot. It is everything, bro. And I love that they put so much emphasis in it. I love what you can do with this figure. The only thing that I would say that they could have done better is give us a secondary sculpt with her, with an angry, face expression. Yeah. But aside from that, I'm in, bro. I am all in, and I think they did a phenomenal job on this piece. And again, I would actually even put, I wanted to put Deadpool as also, not Deadpool, Daredevil as also an honorable mention on the list, because the ingenuity. Now he basically made my top 10 underrated. Yeah. Because again, I thought this figure was incredible. So he did make that list. But yo, this line, both figures are incredible to have in your display. And this She-Hulk, bro, I gush over it because it's amazing. It is that amazing to have in your collection, bro. It is. It is one of the best figures that I've gotten this year. Literally, hands down, one of the best figures. And again, I say that for me personally, this is my number one. And I'm so glad I have it. So much that I can't wait till we get a 2.0 or 3.0 Hulk. I can't wait till we get the Red Hulk. I want to complete my Hulk line. Yes, this is definitely Leo. You'll be needing. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Leave it to Renz try to ruin the experience. I'm not doing that. Never. It's never happening. It is never happening. But no, this is a beautiful figure. I love Jennifer Walters. I've been collecting the comics for years. I just love the breakaway storyline. I like it, bro. And this piece is that. And here's the thing: I even modded one where I added the actual black lipstick on it.
Oh, cool.
I mean the green lipstick, so it's green.
Yeah, the
not
dark
black,
green.
but I've modded it that way. Shout out to Bob Dylan for the idea as well. But yeah, this hands down, literally is my number one release and my number one figure release of the year. And there was no. Here's the thing, bro. It was no struggle. There was no struggle in deciding. As soon as I had it in hand, I was like, "Yep, figure of the year."
Yeah,
figure of the year, like easily figure of the year for me. So,
I think we all kind of know what our top 5 would be. The struggle comes into knowing who's going to be from 6 to 10.
Yeah,
because you know some people aren't going to make the cut, and then it's like, oh, how did I forget them?
And it was tough, bro, because I wanted to put Vader on the list.
Yeah.
I wanted to actually put even to tell you the truth, I was even going to put Mantis on the list because Mantis is an incredible figure. Let me see who else that I have in my collection. Would have put this. Well, I wanted to put Black Adam on the list, but I couldn't do that. Let me see here. The Scarlet Witch. I was going to put one of the Republic Commandos. I mean the Super Commandos on there, but I didn't do that because again I was going to put either Padme or Anakin on that list. I didn't do that because it's so much that right now I couldn't do. But I just wanted to stick to what so much is really unique to me. Yep. Yeah,
it's hard to do. It's hard to put in a top 10 just because of the fact that so much good stuff did come out this year. Like I had in my honorable mentions, I had the brown suit Hano Wolverine. That one was in my honorable mentions. The Doctor Doom that also hasn't come out yet but got announced. That Doctor Doom, I can't wait for that. The Mythos battle damage Darth Vader. That one is another one that I'm really looking forward to. And honorable mentions for me they came in sort of as a pair, obviously, but my Balin Skull and Shin Hati both. Those are the ones that they didn't quite crack my top 10 based on how I was adjudicating it, because I was going based on my own feelings and things like that. But any other given day, they could easily make a top 10 anywhere.
They could be on the list easy.
Yeah,
I was even going to put Dead Strange on there, but I was like, is
that 2024?
It's not, and that's why I didn't put it on the list, because I was even going to also even put Reva on the list, but she's not 2024.
2023, right? Those were
both they were released in 2023, so I go off of when it was basically released, so that's why a lot of them didn't make the list and make the cut.
And that's fair. They're not 2024. You're going by 20. You're going by the year. You got to go by the year.
I'm definitely by the year, bro. It just made more sense to do it by the year. So yeah. That's it, bro. It was easy for me to basically put her on a list as number one. That it was. It was
probably just as easy for you as it was for me.
Yeah. And like you said, bro, my top 5, actually my top 6 already knew.
Yeah.
It was 10 through 7 that was like, okay, somebody's gonna get bumped off this list.
Yeah, and that's where you start to struggle. It's like,
somebody was gonna get bumped off the list. I knew it was gonna happen, but I was like, you know what? I'm fine with it, but I'm excited about the list that I have, and I think it's by far it's incredible, man. So anyway, that's my top 10. That's Chewy's top 10. We got 76 people in here watching. Hit that like button. Also in the comments, man, whenever we get a chance to be in this video, let us know what your top 10 list is. I'm interested in basically seeing that, man.
I'd be curious.
So we're going to talk about that. Now, tomorrow, we have Collectors Lounge. Chewy, you going to be there?
I'll be there for a little bit.
Okay.
Because I got to work.
Yeah. So we'll definitely do that tomorrow. We'll have our Collectors Lounge tomorrow discussion. So tune in for that. Definitely we'll be here to talk about some of the releases, recapping last week's happenings and stuff like that. But thank you guys, everybody out there, for joining us. What a good turnout for today, especially for the morning, afternoon. So I love it. Other than that, Thank
Good
you guys for being here, man, and enjoying the list that we have. And we will definitely be talking to you guys tomorrow again. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Enjoy your day. And have a lovely one, man. And yeah, let's go, man. Let's go. I'll talk to you guys later. See you again. That has been another episode of The Corner, and we are definitely out. Peace.